Good morning, everybody. We're here at the Don Haskins Rec Center, and today I wanted to talk about a specific topic that is on the minds of a lot of buyers in today's market, and that topic is, should I wait to buy a house or should I buy a house now? And today I wanted to talk about why it's a bad idea to wait and you should buy a house now. We're here from the Don Haskins Rec Center. So first, to give you a quick introduction of this place, it's a really nice little area. We have a dog park, we have a skating area here, a lot of little hiking and stuff. So just to kind of give you another snapshot of the city right here and what to expect. And now on to today's topic. So a lot of people are worried about the housing market. They see a lot of the places are going up in price, and they're thinking maybe I should wait till the market crashes or it's a slowdown or whatever the case may be. But that's actually a very bad idea for a couple of reasons. And the first reason is really the driving force behind these rising prices and our rising market is a lack of inventory of homes. So our demand right now is exceeding our supply, and we've really had a shortage of homes ever since the 2008 financial crisis. So every year we've been building not enough homes to meet the demand each year. So this was really exacerbated with COVID. Not only is the demand exceeding the supply this year for 2020, 2021, 2022, we've had a shortage ever since 2008. So the shortage is basically all the way from 2008 till now. So that's really why we're seeing such an increase in home prices and buyers just competing a lot more for less available homes. And that really is a problem that is not going to be easily fixed. Estimates anywhere from 3 to 5 years, perhaps more. It's something that builders can't just do overnight. They just can't meet the demand overnight all of a sudden. So we're gonna expect to probably see this market and this lack of inventory for quite some time. So what that means for you as a buyer is that the prices are gonna probably continue to rise, maybe not as fast as they did with the shock of 2020 and 2021, but you can expect them to go up in value over the next 3 to 5 years. And then the second really big factor is inflation overall. So right now we're in an inflationary economy. The price of food, the price of gas, basically price of materials, pretty much anything, the price has gone up a lot. And that includes building materials for homes, construction, and anything like that. So the price of lumber was a big deal last year. It's kind of settled down a little bit, but the prices have gone up a lot too. So overall, just the building materials and everything that goes into building a home, all of those costs have gone up as well. So that is also reflected in our market. And we can expect a little more of that in the future too. I don't know how long exactly that will last. But it could be another couple of years, depending on what our economy does. Given the factors of limited supply and rising inflation, that leaves buyers with 3 choices right now. Either buy now, and what I tell clients is the house you're looking at is never gonna be cheaper than it is now. So it's good to lock in a price when the prices are as low as they're gonna be. All right, chill out, dogs. So it's good to lock in a price at today's current prices. And the second option would be to wait and buy later, but you're really gonna be waiting and you're gonna be buying at a higher price. So the house you're looking at right now could be $30,000 more expensive this time next year or sometime in the future. Really waiting is not a good idea, not if you can help it at least. And really every month that goes by, the prices are kind of slowly creeping up. So if you want to think about it in like investment terms, you're really getting a lot of opportunity cost by waiting. So the best thing would be buying now. And honestly, the worst option you can do right now is renting a place because you have no security in your payment, right? So if you buy a house, your payment might increase slightly if they increase property taxes a little bit. But if you're getting a 30-year fixed rate loan, which is what most mortgages are, you're gonna be really locking your house payment. That's why a lot of people that have owned their house for a long time, they might just pay like $1,000 a month or $1,100 a month on their house payment because they locked in their rate and they locked in their price, several years ago. If you're renting, you're always gonna be subject to price increases every year, every time you go to renew your lease. And in a rising market like this, your rent could jump up $200, $300. So kind of the advantages you had of renting, of having a little more flexibility and things like that, those are really evaporating pretty quickly. and you want to like lock in a lower price. That'll actually give you more freedom and flexibility if you own the property that you're buying. So renting is probably one of the worst options, and we're seeing a lot of rents rise pretty heavily here in El Paso, like $200, $300, sometimes $400 a month. It's really a bad idea to rent. Doesn't give you a lot of security, and if you can buy, it's definitely probably your best option to buy as soon as you can, given our current market. One of the counter arguments to my point is that with rising interest rates, a lot of people are going to be not looking to buy a house, which is true. However, they're still going to need a place to live. So a lot of the buyers that do no longer want to buy just because of the rising interest rates, they're going to either have to rent something at these increased market rents, or they're going to have to live on post, or whatever their housing options are, an apartment or whatever the case may be. But that's really going to stress the housing supply even more, or even just stress the rental market even more. Just because there's rising interest rates doesn't mean that people still don't need a place to live. So they're still going to be looking at buying houses, and we're still going to have that shortage. It might help a little bit, but I wouldn't expect that, because really the main driver is that supply shortage. And then the next one, I've heard this argument sometimes too, is that rents can't keep rising, which is really not true. I mean, again, it's like a supply and demand issue. So if there's a lot of people that are looking to rent a place and they're willing to pay a higher price than somebody else to kind of beat them out of that property, then that's going to continue to just increase the prices. So really, like, your best option is locking in a place, buying it as soon as you can. And then, you know, you can kind of capitalize on these rising prices and rising rents and things like that if you own the property. And it gives you a lot more security with your life. You'll have a nice place to live. And really, it's the best financial decision you can make in this market. A few things that you can do to prepare yourself for if you are interested in buying a property and you don't really want to wait, is just polish up your financing. So work on your credit if you need to polish up your credit a little bit. I would recommend talking to like a mortgage lender or someone that can kind of give you a really specific advice if you have some things that maybe need to pay off or whatever you need to do to work on your credit. The second thing you can do is just save some money. You don't want to save too much. Like, I know a lot of people, they'll listen to maybe like Dave Ramsey or something like that, and they think they should save 20% down. You really just want to save for a small down payment, maybe 3 to 5% if it's an owner-occupied property, or a little bit for closing costs and things like that as well. People have been guaranteeing appraisals lately, so that could help too, just having some extra money for that. You just really want to be prepared financially and prepare yourself financially for owning a home, and basically like the transaction costs that come with that. But yeah, I really wanted to make this video because I know it's kind of hard out there finding housing for a lot of people, and I get this question a lot, and I think it's a really, really big mistake that people make waiting to buy, just really because of these two factors, the supply shortage and the inflation that's going on. Waiting to buy is just like not a good idea. So that's why I felt really inclined to make a video for you. That way you understand like all of the specific factors that are causing this and how you can best prepare yourself. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. I appreciate all your feedback and support. And if you need help finding a place in El Paso, feel free to reach out to me. Or if you need a recommendation for a realtor in another city, feel free to reach out as well. Thank you.